Do your due diligence. Whether you're networking online or in person, it's imperative that you research and get to know people ahead of time. Whether you are looking at someone's LinkedIn account or you Google them, it's important you do this before you reach out. There's something, that doesn't work when you're getting connected with someone and they come up and they start asking you questions that are readily available. Your bio is posted on LinkedIn or maybe on your company website, what you do. You want to approach every person that you're interacting. If you have a chance to prepare ahead of time for an online meeting or an in-person meeting, you want to get to know as much about them before you do, because you'll find commonalities, you'll find conversation topics, things that you have in common, maybe where you went to school or where you're from, where you like to travel to, maybe some photos that have been posted that show some commonality before you even start getting to the professional networking stage. The other side of it is that if you don't do your due diligence and you ask questions that are easily read, on someone's LinkedIn page or on a company website, you've already made your first impression that you're unprepared and that you're not taking this interaction seriously. So it's imperative, don't just show up to a coffee with someone and say, hey, tell me about your job and what do you do? Because that's usually posted online. You want to dig deeper. You want to find out not just that superficial stuff that you can find by making a contact. You want to build a relationship. So you want to show that you're prepared and that you know something about the person and as much information as you can get ahead of time. That will make you more effective when you're going out and doing some networking. Continuing on that point of due diligence, before going to an event or a conference or whether it's a social or professional event that you're going to, you want to prepare. The best way to meet the person that you want to talk to is to seek them out ahead of time. So if you sign up for an event like the Young Professionals Network, a Net Impact, or a conference, see if there's an attendee list that you can get, from the organizer. And if there is, reach out to the people that you want to connect with ahead of time. Let them know that you're going to be there. Because, oftentimes you go to a conference and you hope to see people and everything. But the reality is that there's a very limited time between breaks when you can connect with people. And by reaching out ahead of time, people will know, oh, hey, I should go look for so-and-so. Or if I get, let's say, for example, if I go to a conference with, say, 300 people, I might have 3 people that email me ahead of time. But in the back of my head, I know I should be looking for them because they wanted to connect. And by them reaching out and saying, hey, could we catch during a break? Or, hey, could I grab coffee about something? They've already set up a meeting or a connection that wasn't there. And I do this often when I'm going to a conference and I can get the attendee list and see 3 or 4 people that I really want to talk to or that might provide a connection to someone else who I want to talk to. By just reaching out ahead of time, I've already cued to them to look for me just as much as I want to look for them. And of course, prep and be ready for that conversation. So if you want to meet with someone about a job, then you need to have your elevator page. If you're trying to meet with someone who's going to connect you with somebody else, you can be clear and concise as to what you want to accomplish and who you want to connect with. If you're just wanting to say, hey, I want to get to know some people in the industry, maybe you can have done some due diligence to ahead of time, give them some examples of some companies or some individuals so that when you meet with them, they can have a response and be ready. A lot of people think that networking is all about just having personality, but so much of it is about preparation, doing your due diligence, and before attending events, preparing yourself ahead of time so that you can reach out to and connect with the people that you need to.